I'm looking at this here and see there's little nibs on there, and that's what's going to fit. That's what's going to fit on there when you snap it all in there. Okay, but here's the little set screw. See, sometimes that's a little screwdriver slot, and then you'd need a tiny screwdriver. In this case, it's an Allen wrench. And you know what? I'm happy to see that in one of these plastic bags they give you the little Allen wrench. That's good. I was almost kind of fretting there, because if you don't have an Allen wrench set, and if it doesn't come with an Allen wrench, what are you going to do? Sometimes you could, if you have small enough screwdrivers, you could look at that and you might be able to turn that with a little screwdriver. Now in my case, this little screwdriver is too big. But if you have little tiny ones for eyeglasses or something like that, you might be able to use that instead of an Allen wrench. But the best thing to do is, if it's an Allen wrench screw, use an Allen wrench, okay? All right, we've got that figured out. Let's get the placement of where we're gonna put it. Wow, they even gave us little plastic anchors. See these? You can use these in sheetrock too if you want. I'm very surprised it came with these. But it did. And when you use these, by the way, you take a Phillips screwdriver and you just stick it in there like that and twist, twist, twist. Make it flush to the sheetrock and you're good to go. Okay? But it's nice they give you options. Now this here, it says for ceramic tile installation. Like if you want to drill a hole in tile, let's say, you've got to do that, then you can put this type of plastic anchor in there. Okay? But those work in sheetrock too. The trick with those is, when you install those in sheetrock, you want to make them snug so that you have to kind of tap them in with a hammer, but not so snug that they're going to bend when you're trying to pound it in with the hammer, but not so loose that you can just push it in. Because if you just push it in, then the hole is too big. Then you try to put the screw in there, this plastic anchor spins and spins and spins, okay? So is there a right and wrong reason to install things, a right and wrong way? Of course there is. Now, does it matter the exact location? Well, you might want to sit on the pot and kind of mimic where about you feel comfortable with this, you know, depending on your location and stuff. And I think that's going to be fine right about there. You can hold that up there like this and kind of do a practice run and reach over there. That's probably good. Now what you could do is you could take a sheetrock screw or something like that and kind of poke it in there, or you could take a nail and kind of hold it in the middle. You don't really have to make sure this is nice and straight just yet. You're just going to poke one hole, and you could line that up and tap that right in the middle there with a hammer or something. Or if you don't have that, you could keep that like that. You could take some tape, you know, and you can hold that and just put a piece of tape on the side a little bit, you know. Then you could swivel that up, eyeball it, or whatever. You could also take a tape measure. Here, let's get our piece of tape up there. And you can do this on sheetrock too. I'm just going to put it sideways like this. Just a little bit. I'm going to leave the end in case I need to lift it up. Okay. My pet peeve is making sure things are straight. So I can take a tape measure and measure down. That's 4 3/8 to the very center. Let's see what we got here. 4 1/4. So that tells me I got to go down on that side, or I have to go up. Actually, that's here. I'm looking here. That's 4. Yeah, almost 4 3/8. 4 5/16. Is it close? Could you do it there? Yeah, you could do it there if you want. or you can just move it down a little bit. Okay, I got my nice template on there, right there, and that's where it's going to go. I could still at that point take a hammer. In this case I don't have a hammer. Now I'm going to decide to put 4 screws. That's my hammer. You like that? I couldn't find a hammer. So see, if I just did that and left there, then I could slide that one back and forth if I didn't have any tape or something like that. But then you have to be careful not to rip the paper, especially if you're doing a paper towel holder or something like that. Okay, so you could take another nail if you wanted, or you could take a screw, and in this case I got a sheetrock screw, and I'm just gonna get it started right there, and all I have to do is get a point. Okay, I'm just gonna go back and forth a little bit. Okay, that's it. Now I've got everything set. Thank you, Mr. Template.